Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Green Bay Packers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Come on, set. 18 Gator. Protein spill. Check. Check it back. Check it back.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. A dump underneath to Jones. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Two draw quarters. Back. Get it.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st down, Browns.
Set. 180. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Play action. Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Let's go, team. White. It's going to be a long day. Mike, hey, exit. Let's go one more. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught by OBJ. But I think the ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Set. 280. 50. Mike 50. Target. Mike 7. Check three. Mike 70.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's second down.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing to Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Stafford. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Bravo.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Browns drive about to get started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
First down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
22. Watch the screen. 11. Mike 51. No chance.
Here's Stafford. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Hey, Charlie.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to Gallman. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Boston Scott, his 1st carry. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
General West. Check nickel. Now.
2nd and 3. Open man is Galladay, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Kenny Galladay. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Packers have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Did you enter the points per drive ratio? That answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score.
Come on now, let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13.
Double right. Hey, red. Mike 51. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Hey, Haywood. 51.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 19 yards away. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Maybe looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. So So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
And the Browns first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
32.
From the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Brings up second and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Five. Get it.
2nd and 5. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone.
First down.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Chubb takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Stafford, pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. O'Shane Zimenez in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Operating from the gun. Stafford. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Now this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the pay, lock it. Go.
They'll drop the throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And Lobo. Let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right now.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Topper! On the 2.
Now back to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards.
Switch it.
17-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Alpha. Hey, Sam off.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is Gallman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you. Rock it.
They're going to look to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And this one is right down the middle. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Stafford now to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Set. 280. 80 weapons. Hey, wahoo.
He's back to throw. It's caught. Beckham. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
22. Hey, Delta. You ready?
Now it's Stafford. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Man.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Come on, D. Check. 61, matchbox lights. Slam. Ready.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
180. 51. Man, that's trash.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
2nd and 6. at the 17-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina